Hello everyone and welcome back to This is Real Life. Happy New Year! Today we are in the garage because 2020 is our year to get our shit together. All the stuff that we put off in 2019, we are going to get done in 2020. This is the year for like organization, all the shit that needs fixing in your house that you're like, nah, it's not that bad. Oh, so I ding the paint over there. Or, oh, so I keep shoving this shit in this corner because I have nowhere to put it. We're gonna take care of all of that in 2020. Seriously, like I looked around my house when I was cleaning it for Christmas and I was like, why haven't you fixed this? Why haven't you gotten something for that? Why haven't you done that? You know why? Because we're super busy and we just keep putting it off and putting it off. But not anymore. We are gonna get it together in 2020. So everybody say it with me, 2020 is our year. We're DIYing everything. We're gonna get the house organized. We're gonna get the garage organized. We're gonna do a bunch of shit. Maybe we make some decor. You never know, but we're doing it all in 2020. So that said, what are we in the garage for today? Well, I'll tell you. Our first project in the year of organization is we are going to build a very quick and dirty, easy storage shelving unit. Now, the pole studio is renovating. We needed something to put like the vacuum, the extra paint cans, the whatever, because really it's just piled on the floor in the corner. So guess what? I volunteered us to make one because I thought it would be super duper easy. I wanna say this is literally a shelving unit that you can make with 0 cuts. You're like, Sheri, 0 cuts? How can that be? When you're at the Lowe's or the Home Depot, you pick out your wood and you walk yourself on over to the giant saw. And then you press the button and it's gonna say over the loudspeaker, assistance needed in the wood cutting area. And then you get your handy dandy little drawing out and you tell the guy, you cut this wood to this, and this based on your measurements for what you want to store and what you want to use your shelving unit for. Easy. I did have the people at the Lowe's cut me a good majority of my wood, but I did come home and make some small cuts because I don't think they're gonna cut like this. And for what I needed some smaller cuts. I did end up buying a huge, 2 to be exact, huge sheets of 4x8 MDF, particle board, press board, smoother than plywood, like $1 more than plywood, but it has a smooth finish on both sides, making it easy to paint. I knew that we wanted to keep our vacuum, so I wanted like a cubby. Basically, I'm doing what is that saying? Everything in its place and a place for everything or something, you know what I'm talking about. I wanted a cubby for the vacuum. I wanted a cubby for the extra paint cans. I wanted a cubby for each of the teachers so we can put our purses and stuff like that and leave the other cubbies that are out in like the lobby area for the students. So I measured the vacuum. I stacked up a bunch of paint cans. Then I decided that each teacher needed a 12x12 cubby. So all of those measurements came up to this shelf that's 90 inches tall by 30 to 32 inches wide. Going the MDF sheet route in the 4x8 was the cheapest solution for me. I did want to go and get like, the nicer wood, but seriously, that's just expensive. And this is literally just gonna be to house a vacuum cleaner and paint cans. I am gonna end up painting it, but it didn't need to be a showpiece out of super nice wood. Each sheet cost 20 bucks. I got the cuts made at the Lowe's, good majority. Based on your drawing and your configuration and what you want to store, I bet you dollars to donuts, you can get all your cuts made at the Lowe's or the Home Depot. And then that way, you can just come right home, paint it, and assemble it. It's like, once you have all your pieces cut, you just put it together like a giant puzzle. It's gonna be so easy. It's like the afternoon, and we're gonna knock this out easy peasy. You may be thinking, well, for 40 bucks, why didn't you just buy one? Well, get on the Googles. Go to your local Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, what have you. Take a look at the shelving units for your garage. First of all, they're hideous. They're not near as big as I needed them to be. And the ones that were like $199. And I said, oh, hell to the no. $40, while sounds expensive, it's a far cry from what those metal ones, far cry from what those cost. And it's not going to take us any time. So I don't mind building it, and you shouldn't mind building it either, because it's going to be easy. You're just going to need like paint and some screws, and you'll be done. So let's get to it. First things first, we are going to paint every single one of our puzzle pieces. For the studio, I know you're like, holy shit, is that a new can of paint? Why, yes, it is. I do see that there's a can of black over there, but I don't know how old it is. I didn't want to risk it. They have pre-mixed black paint, semi-gloss black. It's by Rust-Oleum. 1 quart was $8. And then I also picked up this cutie little packet, a little foam roller and a little paint tray that was $5. So all in all, I spent almost $60, 55-ish, for this ginormous shelving unit. Still, even with the paint and the roller, my pricing still comes out way below something that I could have bought that was pre-made. Yeah, it's our gift to the pole studio, so might as well make it look cute. I'm gonna slap paint on front, back, sides, whatever. It's so much easier just painting flat boards rather than a put together shelving unit. With this out, it's not gonna take any time at all. And then while it's drying, we'll like go in the house and clean the kitchen. I don't know about you, but I've been going like crazy all month of December. And so the day after Christmas, I didn't get off the couch. I got a weighted blanket for Christmas, and I laid on the couch and watched every single episode of season 2 of You. Yeah, that's what I did. I did absolutely goddamn nothing. Now I gotta make up for that lost time by building a shelf, cleaning my kitchen, sewing some curtains, you know, all in one day. Easy peasy, let's paint some wood. All of my side ones and edges are painted of everything. And now I just need to move on to my back sides. I'm not doing the back side of the very, very, very bottom of the shelf because it's the very, very, very bottom. It's gonna be like 1 inch above the floor. I'm not wasting my time painting other sides of things that aren't even gonna show. Oh, and with the roller, it's going pretty fast. I mean, yeah. Okay. All painting is officially done. I know that I'm going to use this roller to do the touch-up after we have everything built. So I'm gonna put it in a baggie and put it in the fridge so that it doesn't dry out. So we just need to wait for a little bit for our other sides to dry, and then we can start putting this puppy together. Let's wait for the paint to dry. It's dry enough, in my opinion. I laid out a sheet so that hopefully I don't mess up the bottom side of my paint too much. Maybe it's like 4:30. The sun clearly has gone down and it is freezing and my nose is running. So I want to get this put together. I have my 2 side pieces and my centerpiece. My centerpiece is just a hair shorter than my 2 side pieces. I want my side pieces to be able to nail into the top and bottom, not the top and bottom to nail into the side pieces. So that means my center divider piece is a little bit shorter. So I put a piece of wood at the top and a piece of wood at the bottom to act as my top and bottom for spacing purposes. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna put in the little holding brackets for the shelves. So I'm gonna do 3 cubby shelves on one side of the divider and 3 cubby shelves on the other side of the divider. And then I'm literally just gonna measure down on both of the outside pieces and then draw a straight line. And then that's where I'm gonna put in my brackets. That's what I think. I have my bracket pieces. I have obviously 2 for each shelf. One would go here, then one would go in the center, and the center will have bracket holders on both sides. I know that I want my bottom half to at least give me a 45-inch tall cubby because that's how tall the vacuum is. So taking from the top down, I'm gonna make each of the teacher cubbies for our stuff divided by 3. I figured it out. It's 14-inch cubbies, and then that will leave me with 48 inches of room at the bottom for the vacuum cleaner, stacking paint cans, whatever, because this is 90 inches tall. And as I say it's 90 inches tall, I'm like having these weird feelings I don't know how tall the ceilings are, but looking at this 90 inches makes me think, is this too tall for the studio and where I want to put it? I'm hoping not. I hope. So we're putting it together and hopefully it fits. So we're gonna measure down 14 inches, and put in our brackets for our shelves for our cubbies. Because I've already painted these black and my pen is black, I just got a nail so I can make a, like scrape off the black to make a mark. So I'm gonna go 14 inches and I'm gonna make a mark. Pretend this is a shelf. I want the top of this shelf to sit at the 14 mark. So I'm gonna make another mark at 14 here and make 2 more 14 marks. My plan to keep all my brackets in line is that I'm gonna take my little level and I'm gonna line up my 14 marks and scratch out a line so that I know where my brackets go. Ooh, yeah, that's good. We have our first 14-inch cubby. So for my holding brackets, I wanted to screw them in, but of course the screws I have are just a hair too long. So we are gonna use those cute little horseshoe nail things that we built the reindeer with. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Boom. Get some wood glue, you know, Tite Bond Original. And come on, Tite Bond, open up. There we go. A little bit of wood glue on the backs. So I finally got these 2 nailed in. Now I'm going to my center one. We're gonna nail in these 2 little horseshoe dealies. So now we're going to measure 14 from the top, and I'm thinking that this will make everything perfectly even. Now let's draw our line. Now that we have our line in, we're gonna go ahead and put these brackets in the same way we did these brackets. I know you probably can't see this because it's pitch black dark outside and my boards are black. Just take my word for it. I have all 3 supports in, and now all I need to do is flip over my center so that I can get the supports in on the other side of that. So we're just gonna flip this on over and then put in my other ones on the back side. Everything seems super lined up. So we're just gonna draw a line, matching up these ones, and these ones, and then we'll nail them in. Easy. Okay, we have all of our shelf brackets in. Now, basically, we just need to put the top and the bottom on, slide our shelves in, and I did also do some like supports for the back that we need to screw together as well. Here's the other thing. While I'm building in my garage, it's gonna be so damn heavy, I don't know if I'm gonna take it built over to the studio. I might take it in pieces over to the studio and then kind of rebuild it over there. So let's push on. So basically, this is the gist of our shelf. We've got our top and our bottom with our 2 sides and our center pieces. So I want the sides to screw into the top and the bottom, and then I'll screw in from the top down into the center piece, bottom and top wise. In my mind, I know I should probably pre-drill, but also in my mind, I don't want to. You know, when I say that, that means shit's gonna go awry, things are gonna split. Yay. I meant for that to happen. Where's my drill? I'm really nervous about this. I should really pre-drill. This is gonna be a disaster. Let's just take it easy, drill. Take it easy. I think I need to drill. God damn. Okay, we're gonna pre-drill little tiny baby pre-drills. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. Let's give it a shot. I'm making this seem more cumbersome than it is. A, it's just dark. I didn't pick the best time to start this. B, every time I put something down, I lose it because it's dark. Oh, jeez. We might have to finish this in the morning, seriously. Perfect. And no splitting because we pre-drilled. I've gotten my 2 sides attached to my top piece. I ended up doing 3 screws on each side. I did pre-drill each one, but because I'm gonna have to IKEA this bitch and take it apart and put it in pieces in my car and then go rebuild it, I didn't want everything like super tight. So we're just gonna leave it like this for a second, and we're gonna screw our bottom on the same way we did our top. No big deal. Pre-drill really quickly. It goes fast. I'm glad I didn't call it a night and go in, because the hardest part was putting on our brackets for our shelves. Once the bottom's on and we put our centerpiece in, we're done. So let's put the bottom on. Seriously, this thing is huge. We're just gonna put our bottom on, same way we did our top. Pre-drill 3 holes on each side, screw in the screws. Drill, 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 screw, screw, screw. I will say, pre-drilling is kind of nice because you don't split anything when you pre-drill. And I don't know why I make such a big deal of it. It's not really that time consuming, and it actually saves on repair time because you don't need to fix any wood that you split. So maybe that's our New Year's resolution. 2020, pre-drill. Okay, yay. Bottom and top are on. Now we just need to figure out where exactly we want our center divider and then screw that in from the top and the bottom. Inside to inside is 33. And so the center of our centerpiece needs to be at 16 1/4 at the top and the bottom. So I'm gonna screw that in, drill, screw, and call that done as well. Okay. Look how big it is, I can fit inside. I have the top and bottom on. I've got the center insecure. What I've done is I've taken it, picked it up, flipped it over, and now technically this is the back. To keep it square, I have these pieces here that I painted this side, but not this side, because this side's going up against the wall. So to keep everything square, I'm going to drill and screw one into the top, one into the bottom, and then one into the center, so that when it's standing, it's not like, whoa, whoa, like one of those blow-up arm guys at the car dealership. That's really the last thing I have to do. Screw that, done, done, and done. So let's do it. Okay, so I got on the support pieces at the top, middle, and bottom, and it's really big. I'm really nervous. I was more concerned with like the space I needed for things like the vacuum cleaner at 45. Then I wanted, 3 cubbies on each side at like, at least 12 or 14, which gave me 90. I never really measured. I think like it's gotta be taller than that. 90 inches is less than 8 feet, and isn't 8 feet like standard ceiling height, I think? I'm kind of nervous. Like you can't even see it all. Like I can't reach the top of it. Hopefully it's not too tall. Otherwise I'll be pissed. But we have all of our shelves. Voila, boom. Look at that. Easy peasy. And then two more, which I can do. Look at how cute. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's pretty cute just for a storage shelf. Now, we've got to go and touch up all of our paint areas, but basically vacuum cleaner, paint cans and shit, t-shirt cubbies. I think we did a good job. I'm just nervous about it fitting. There is no way it's too damn heavy just for me to like lean it and lift it off the ground. So I'm gonna take it all apart. So every screw that I have put in, I am going to take out. Hence why I didn't screw it super tight. Put all my screws in a little baggie and then drive it over to the studio and put it together. Not tonight. Didn't take us long to build. It's 90 inches high by 32 inches wide by 16 inches deep. And it's gonna store all of our needs. And it cost us, with the paint, $55. And it's gonna be great if it fits into the studio. So yay. And now I've got to take it all apart and pretend I'm IKEA, and then I'll see you in the morning. And done. It's all apart, and now I'm gonna load it in the car, take it to the studio, and we're gonna IKEA this bitch together. Nothing but screws, so it should be easy. And I measured the ceiling at the studio, and we have 5 inches of clearance, so this should be good. Okay, so we are at the studio. I've unloaded everything, and we are gonna IKEA this bitch and then try to stand it up over there. This should be fun. So let's put it together. And done. Now we just gotta try to stand it up. Okay, so not completely horrible. It was pretty easy. The clearance was enough. We're good. I just need to like brush off all the sawdust, put in the shelves, and then touch up all my edges. And I also do want to kind of screw it to the wall. Nobody needs this shit falling on top of them. Okay, it is touched up paint. It is loaded and it is looking amazing. Are you ready to see it? It's huge. This monstrosity is huge. Let's check it out. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that sucker. And 5 inches of clearance to the ceiling. What a perfect fit. Holy cow. I mean, I don't think I can even get it. Let's back way the hell up. Look at that. We made a ginormous shelving unit for 50 bucks and we didn't even have to use a saw to do it. How amazing is that? So yeah, we're done. Measured the things that we needed to store and we built a storage unit accordingly. While it might not be the finest of carpentry, we made it out of MDF. All of our pieces cut at the Home Depot or the Lowe's. When we got home, we just needed to paint it and put it together. It was super duper easy and took an afternoon. It was easy. Shelving units, like everything else out there, are horribly expensive, especially something like this that really, if it was for my garage, I probably wouldn't have even have taken the time to paint it. We don't have like a storage closet here, so we makeshift one ourselves and we're gonna put a curtain up so you won't see the chairs hanging and you won't actually see this at all. It's gonna be behind the curtain. So that's why I wasn't super concerned with it not being like, you know, fine cabinetry. But I think for 50 bucks for something that's 90 inches tall by 32 inches wide, you can't buy that. You just can't. While time is money, and we did spend an afternoon, materials, we spent 50 bucks, and that included the paint. Yeah. If you don't have a saw, I don't want to hear it. You can get your shelving unit cut. Just go in with your exact measurements. You have to be well planned before and account for like the thickness of the wood and all of that stuff. But you just go and push that button and you'll hear the thing that says, assistance needed at the wood cutting area, table maybe. Just go push that button and then give your drawing to the guy and be like, this is what I need cut, dude. If you want to do something for in your house, same thing. You can just go buy nicer wood planks and have that cut down. So you can totally do this. Easy. One afternoon, you've got a storage unit. And what is 2020? The year of getting our shit organized and together and doing all the shit we've been putting off. And this storage unit was number 1 on that list. So check. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thanks for hanging out.